So, for those who've been following me, Power Rangers. Yeah, I totally just remembered I had this shirt, so. But I've been loving Boom Studios Power Rangers, and I found this crossover, and I love Batman. Not so much Justice League, but Batman. So, and I found out that this was a thing. It's Power Rangers, or Justice League and Power Rangers and Justice League. So I was like, alright, I have to have this. Batman and Power Rangers in the same comic. I'm curious to see where the hell this is going. Not what I was expecting. It's worth a read. It's one of those laid back and probably fill in some time in between issues on a weekly basis. But let's talk about it. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. But before we do that, just want to go ahead and toss this out there. If you guys are gamers, streamers, or just nerdy, geeky, and you want a community that is loving, supports each other, and honestly downright has some of the most hilarious fucking conversations you can have, then why don't you check the profile down below and jump on into our Discord, the Rose Garden. You should definitely check it out. Everybody's there for everybody. So, now, Justice League Power Rangers. Crossover. I have the trade back as issues 1 through 6, and it is Boom Studios in DC. And Saban Brands before all the changes happen. So this issue is a couple years old. It's 2017 now, actually. So right before all that change happened with the Power Rangers. So going into this, I'm just like, alright, 6 issues, not a big deal. Batman, Power Rangers, Batman, Power Rangers. Fuck yeah, what can go wrong? So, not much goes wrong. There's very little that truly goes right. So let's start with how this crossover came to be. It starts pretty simple. Power Rangers at the command center, and Alpha 5 is missing. They go out, they look for him. Zach, the Black Ranger, finds him, and there's a hole in his chest. It looks like a bomb. Explosion. And all of a sudden, Lord Zedd is now taking over the command center. A bunch of putties. They're fighting. Power Rangers are, holding their own. And then Zedd tries to get out by teleporting. Zach holds on. Or actually, I think vice versa, where Zach actually goes to teleport. Where they go teleporting, and they basically cause each other to teleport. Zedd's like, let me go. And he's like, well, brilliant idea. So Zach, mid-teleport, let's go. And they land in Gotham City. So it actually caused not only a random location, but it threw them in a completely different universe. So needless to say, Batman, honestly, Batman's not happy. The other Justice League members are not happy. At one point, it actually ends up all Rangers versus Batman. He's holding his own. Then a couple things occur. Power Rangers start to get the upper hand. The rest of the Justice League is there. And then that's where it brings now. Hey, we're heroes. You're heroes. We don't know who this is. We don't know where this location is. Let's team up because we're looking for Lord Zedd. And then that's when you find out Lord Zedd is actually working with Brainiac. So you got two of the biggest crossover villains. Zedd's basically goal is to take over the world, Angel Grove. Brainiac is basically the same thing, into an aspect of he wants to study and capture all these different cities and destroy the worlds they're from, so he can learn, gain knowledge, but never let them get the upper hand again. So they do team up. What's nice though is, or interesting I should say, not nice because it kind of sucks for the Rangers lose their ability to morph due to Brainiac causing a virus that takes over the Zords and their powers, so they're powerless. Batman comes in and saves the day and has the secret sauce. He basically goes into his treasure chest of trophies from villains, along with other heroes and villains' costumes, and let the Rangers wear it. For example, you have Kimberly dressed up like Hawkgirl using Green Arrow's bow and arrow with the boxing glove, which is actually pretty cool because they actually use that later on, and that's pretty fucking hilarious. You have Jason, the Red Ranger, is dressed up like Deathstroke, but then he has the Sword of Azrael, which is dubbed by Batman. If you have the ability, or if you are a true hero, you have the capability of causing it to erupt into a gigantic flaming sword. And there's a couple other ones, and it's unique because it's like, oh, okay, so now they're like the new Justice League per se. And then from there, they do ultimately come down to a battle. Gotta, take this, let's do this. Billy, who is, those who know, he is the Brainiac of things. He kind of works with the other Brainiacs and basically comes to a conclusion of what they can do to fix it and basically go ahead and save the day. So overall, that's basically kind of what we're sitting at. It is a nice crossover, simple, sweet, short. I mean, you get the ending scene kind of makes it where after they save the day, they take Brainiac's destroyed arm, they resurrect Angel Grove, which was captured, put it back where it was, and then you have an unsuited Batman in Angel Grove at the juice bar trying to get something, offering to pay, whips out hundreds, no problem, but Lex Luthor was never in this universe, or was he ever president? So it ends on a pretty interesting comedy note, but they did actually leave a minor cliffhanger to the point where Billy created communicators that would go interdimension to allow them to actually call each other if needed. So can we get maybe a number 2? I'd love to see where this potentially can go, especially with some changes in the DC universe now. Yeah, but overall, definitely interesting. I would check it out if you're a fan of either of these. Don't go in super hyped like I was, because you might get let down. I'd give it a 6.5, 7 out of 10, honestly. Entertaining. It was worth the read, but it's honestly nothing special. But with that being said, that's all I have for you guys. I once again want to thank you so much for checking out my videos. It means the world to me. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you like it, don't like it. Comments, let me know what you think. If you've read this, I'm curious to see what you guys think about the issues or the overall paperback if you have the collection. And as always, subscribe and show that love. Check out all my other videos coming. But until next time, peace, love, Vulsker out. Tommy's having these nightmares and visions, and he has Rita actually in his head. So anytime that he goes to make a move or he's fighting, she's sitting there telling him, you suck, you're worthless, you're nothing unless you have me. Which really breaks him down and basically nearly makes him go crazy, and it causes just a snowball effect of issues.